I thought we were only friends. Then, her phone revealed the truth she never said. I still remember the exact moment. My heart stopped pretending everything was normal. It wasn't a love letter, a hidden photograph, or a dramatic confession. It was one simple notification that flashed across Rachel's phone while she was buying coffee on a quiet Saturday morning in Charleston, South Carolina. I wasn't trying to invade her privacy. The screen lit up on the table beside me, and before I could even look away, 6 words changed everything I believed about our friendship. Don't give up on Nathan yet. My name, my future, my life, somehow. Every answer I had spent years searching for was hiding inside a message that was never meant for my eyes. Before we continue, if you believe kindness, hope, forgiveness, compassion, and second chances can truly change lives, please take a moment to like this video, leave a thoughtful comment, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more heartfelt stories that remind people they are never alone. For nearly 4 years, Rachel had been my closest friend. We met while volunteering at a community food pantry after a severe storm damaged several neighborhoods. I was an architect rebuilding homes, and she coordinated local volunteer groups. Every Saturday we packed grocery boxes, painted walls, planted gardens, and laughed over inexpensive sandwiches after long days of work. Everyone around us assumed we were dating. We always smiled and corrected them, insisting we were simply good friends. Eventually, I believed it too. After all, Rachel never hinted at wanting anything more, and I respected her enough never to risk losing our friendship. The truth was that I had quietly fallen in love with her somewhere between repairing broken porches and watching sunsets from the pier. Yet life had taught me to keep those feelings buried. Years earlier, my college sweetheart had ended our relationship after deciding I wasn't ambitious enough. Since then, I convinced myself that friendship was safer than heartbreak. Rachel became the brightest part of my ordinary life, and I accepted that some beautiful things were never meant to belong to us. After seeing that unexpected message, I spent the rest of the morning pretending nothing had happened. Rachel returned with 2 coffees and smiled exactly as she always did, completely unaware that my thoughts had become a storm. I kept asking myself who had sent that message and why someone believed she hadn't given up on me. Had she once loved me? Was she struggling to move on? Or was I misunderstanding everything? The questions haunted me for days. Every shared laugh suddenly felt different. Every encouraging text she sent after a difficult workday carried a meaning I had never noticed before. I began remembering countless small moments that suddenly fit together, like pieces of a forgotten puzzle. She never missed my birthday. She remembered stories I barely recalled telling. She quietly left homemade soup outside my apartment when I caught the flu, claiming she had cooked too much. She celebrated every promotion I earned, as though it were her own victory. None of those things proved love, yet together they painted a picture I had refused to see. A week later, our church organized a family picnic by a nearby lake. Children chased kites across the grass, while older couples shared folding chairs beneath towering oak trees. Rachel spent the afternoon helping elderly guests carry food and making sure every child received a slice of homemade pie. Watching her care for everyone so naturally reminded me why my heart had chosen her, long before I realized it. As evening settled over the water, an older volunteer named Grace sat beside me. Without mentioning the message or my feelings, I admitted I was afraid of losing someone important because I had stayed silent for too long. Grace smiled gently and told me that fear often disguises itself as wisdom, convincing good people to protect themselves until they accidentally protect themselves from happiness too. Those words stayed with me all night. The following weekend, I invited Rachel to walk along the beach where we had first met. The waves rolled softly against the shore, and the salty breeze carried the familiar comfort of home. My hands trembled more than they ever had during business presentations or construction projects. For the first time in years, I stopped hiding behind caution. I admitted that somewhere along the journey, friendship had quietly become love. I also confessed that I expected nothing from her except honesty, because our friendship meant too much to manipulate with expectations. Rachel stood silently for a long moment before tears filled her eyes. She explained that she had loved me for years, but believed I saw her only as a friend. Every time she considered telling me, she convinced herself she would only make things awkward. The message I had accidentally seen had been from her older sister, encouraging her not to lose hope after years of silent feelings. We had both spent countless days protecting a friendship that already held the love we were too afraid to name. Our relationship didn't become perfect overnight. Love, built on friendship, still required patience, forgiveness, and trust. But because we already knew each other's strengths, flaws, disappointments, and dreams, every step forward felt honest instead of rushed. A year later, surrounded by the same volunteers who had unknowingly witnessed the beginning of our story, we promised to keep choosing each other through every ordinary day that life would bring. Before this story ends, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever stayed silent about something that truly mattered, only to discover later that honesty could have changed everything? Share your experience in the comments below. Someone reading your words today may find the courage they desperately need. And if this story touched your heart, reminded you of someone special, or encouraged you to believe in hope one more time, please like this video, subscribe for more uplifting stories, and share it with someone who may need this reminder today. Sometimes, life doesn't hide miracles inside grand speeches or dramatic moments. Sometimes, the greatest truth arrives in the quietest way imaginable, reminding us that love often waits patiently behind fear until one small moment finally gives two hearts permission to stop pretending they were only ever friends.